Well, hello everyone! It's Juan again. Today, we're taking a trip to an amazing South American country. Let's see if you can guess our destination. It's a place where you can go sandboarding in the morning and then skiing in the afternoon. When it's time to eat, you can choose between a traditional stew, plenty of seafood, and lots of avocados. And it wouldn't be surprising if you feel the earth move while you're there. Did you guess where we're going? One more hint? Okay, it's a very long and skinny country. We're going to visit Chile! Chi, 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 le, viva Chile! I can't wait to explore it with you. Are you ready? ¡Vámonos! On our journey through Chile, you will learn about some important aspects of Chile's national identity. We're going to learn some fun facts about this extraordinary country, its culture and character, a few of its most popular places, and, last but not least, its fabulous mouth-watering food. I bet that after this lesson, you will dream about visiting Chile one day. Before we start, make sure you have a copy of the Viva Chile activity sheet from the PDF. You're going to guess the answer to the questions I'm about to ask you by selecting the option that you think is correct. You don't need to know the answers, just have fun guessing. By the way, Viva Chile means long live Chile. That should give you an idea about how Chileans feel about their country. One of the first visual elements we look for when trying to identify a country is its flag. Chile's flag is a beautiful combination of red, white, and blue with one star. But be careful. Many people usually confuse Chile's flag with the flag of one of our own states here in the US. So, here's our first question. What US state's flag is usually confused with Chile's flag? As you can see in these images, the flag of Chile and the flag of Texas look very similar, and it's easy to mix them up. They both have the same colors and a white star. The key to tell the difference is in how the blue color is laid out. See? Like I said, Chile is in South America, but specifically, where in South America is Chile located? Chile is located in the southern part of South America, with Peru, Bolivia, and Argentina as neighbors. That explains its name. Chile comes from the word Chile. That means the land where the earth ends in the Aymara language. Aymara is one of Chile's many indigenous groups. It is a long and narrow country where you can find the cold Andes mountain range as well as one of the driest places on earth. Here's your question. What is the driest desert on earth? Chile's Atacama Desert is considered the driest desert on Earth. It's so dry and inhospitable that NASA scientists use it to develop and test tools for future missions to Mars. Look at the Atacama Desert and Mars together. That is extreme. And speaking of extremes, Chile is also a place where extreme natural events happen. Volcanic eruptions, tsunamis, and some serious earthquakes have taken place there. Chile has a total of 2,000 volcanoes. Can you believe that? So, how many active volcanoes do you think there are in Chile? There are more than 500 active volcanoes in Chile, and there have been 15 volcanic eruptions in the last 20 years. From the outside, this may sound very unsettling, but Chileans are always prepared, and they're so used to these natural events that it has become part of their national identity. They don't even get worked up over an earthquake that is less than 6 points of intensity. So, let's do like the Chileans do. Keep calm and Viva Chile! You might be wondering, what kind of people live in a place with such a dynamic natural environment? Well, Chileans must have nerves of steel, that's for sure. But they're also some of the most sociable people in South America who go out of their way to help you. Chileans are friendly, and they tend to keep less personal space than you're probably used to here in the US. Based on their social nature, try to guess, what is one sign of Chilean friendliness? To show their friendliness and genuine interest in your conversation, Chileans will at times touch your arm and look at you directly in the eye. They also care a lot about their community's well-being and making other people feel comfortable. And here's something interesting. Chile is surrounded by mountains, deserts, and the Pacific Ocean. This geographic isolation has influenced Chileans' core values. Taking that into account, what are Chile's cultural beliefs like? Chile's particular geographic isolation has provided time and space for Chileans to develop deep roots in traditions without much influence from the outside. Therefore, cultural beliefs and values are rather conservative compared to the United States or Canada, for example. Chileans, like other Latinos, are very family-oriented. The father is usually the main breadwinner, and many women continue to take on more traditional roles. Children are also taught a strong respect for their parents and are expected to carry on the family in future generations. Knowing that Chilean people are so warm and welcoming, I want to go there like right now. So, what is the top tourist destination in Chile? Most tourists go to Chile looking for an exciting adventure. That's why Torres del Paine National Park is their first choice. I mean, look at the landscapes and scenery. Mountains, glaciers, lakes, rivers, and 17 hours of light during the summer days. And you will need all that time to go trekking. Torres del Paine offers a trekking tour of the so-called O Circuit for tourists to see the park and take in so much beauty. How long does it take to complete the O Circuit at Torres del Paine National Park? The O Circuit is a long and demanding 92.3 kilometer walk around one of the park's mountains and can take between 7 to 10 days to complete. Definitely not for beginners. Now, let me tell you about Valparaiso. This is the perfect place to visit if you're looking for a more bohemian experience. This small city has a unique historic architecture, and it has the most vibrant street art and literary scene in Chile. It has a charm that has inspired poets and writers. What famous poet lived in Valparaiso and wrote a poem about this city? Also called the Jewel of the Pacific, Valparaiso was once the home of Pablo Neruda, one of the greatest poets of the 20th century, Nobel Prize for Literature in 1971, and author of Ode to Valparaiso. This poem is dedicated to the funkiness and chaotic beauty of this city. Throughout the city, you can try dishes that are staples of Chilean cuisine and that will leave your stomach wanting more, like ajiaco, avocado, which Chileans call palta, or chorillana. Which brings us to our last question. Which Chilean food or dish is originally from the city of Valparaiso? Ajiaco is a meat soup you can find all over Chile. It's prepared with roasted meat left over from an asado, barbecue, boiled with spices and potatoes, and served with avocados, or palta, like Chileans like to call it. You can find avocados all through Latin America. It's just that Chileans love avocados to a whole new level. They eat it with pretty much everything. Yes, even hot dogs. And they use it as a beauty product as well. It's also very common to find homes in Chile with their own avocado tree growing in their backyard. And then we have chorillana, a dish invented in Valparaiso. It's a plate of French fries loaded with sliced meat, sausage, caramelized onions, and topped with fried eggs. It's usually served in large portions for sharing with friends, and it is the ultimate Chilean comfort food. Wow! Chile's amazing! Just kidding! That's not Chile's flag. That's the flag of Texas. This is Chile's flag. Remember not to confuse them. There's a lot to experience and to eat in Chile, and for sure, Chileans will help us along the way. Now, let's see what we learned about Chile's national identity today. After learning some fun facts about Chile, getting to know a little bit about Chilean culture and character, and discovering breathtaking popular places and fabulous food, do you think you might want to travel to Chile one day? I know I will. Thank you for exploring Chile with me and being such an amazing traveling partner. We should do this again. Until then, I will see you next class. Ciao. Nos vemos. Hey, hey.